Hey guys! Welcome to Comic Book Friday, where we discuss comic books and mangas based off of video games. Today, we'll take a look at the Western release of Mami Itou's Street Fighter Gaiden, Volume 1. A bit of history. From 1986 to 1999, a magazine that focused on arcade games was published in Japan. Gamest. It was a huge treat for fans, as it not only featured tournament coverage, detailed previews, game strategies, and staff interviews, but also many pages dedicated to concept art, character designs, developer columns, and serialized comic books. Throughout the years, readers would be treated to manga adaptations of their favorite games, such as Undercover Cops, Fatal Fury, Captain Commando, Art of Fighting, Cotton, King of Fighters, Street Fighter, and more. Some of these comics would even shape the mythos of these games. We'll be covering many of these in the future. Originally serialized in the magazine from July 1995 to March 1996 under the name Super Street Fighter 2X Gaiden, this comic series was later released as an 8-chapter compilation in April of 1996. This version lacked a chapter starring Fei Long from the original run of the comics. A new compilation came out in 2010 by Udon Comics in the West under the name Street Fighter Gaiden, and later in Japan in 2011 as Super Street Fighter 2X Hard Spin-Off. It's a little funny that the Western release has a Japanese name while the Japanese release decides to go for an English one. I have not had a chance to look at the Japanese version yet, though from what I know, the chapter order is different and the covers are in reverse order. These books contain short, mostly self-contained, spin-off stories showing the lives and battles of our favorite Street Fighter characters, while Volume 2 connects some of the stories together to deliver a pretty epic final battle. Volume 1's focus is on getting to know a bit more about everyone. The first story shows Ryu visiting Gouken's grave to pay his respects, where he meets and fights a karate champion named Shigeru Saeki. It's nice to look at a more laid-back and lively Ryu to what we're normally used to, though we are also slowly introduced to Akuma. The second chapter is about Eliza telling the story of how Ken and Ryu met to her niece Amy, who is also Guile's daughter. The third story is split into 2 chapters and follows Chun-Li as she investigates Shadaloo in San Francisco. She fights a new Shadaloo assassin named Spider, who fights her using poison. The fourth story has T-Hawk fighting Balrog to protect an elder and a little girl while searching for his Holy Land. The fifth story is the weirdest one in the book, as it's very much non-canon. The star of the show this time is Fei Long, and, well, I don't really want to spoil it. It's really good, and it makes Fei Long out to be pretty badass. Yet, the way it ends doesn't fit at all with what happens in the game, nor with the Fei Long story in Volume 2, so it will most likely leave you scratching your head. Really, just read it. Otherwise, it also shows an alternate and pretty cool origin story to Ryu. The sixth and final story stars Guile as he attempts to stop a fellow soldier from joining Shadaloo by fighting him in a tournament. As you can see, by itself, Volume 1 really only serves as a way to flesh out characters more, and tells very short side stories. Because of this, it's mostly just for fans of the series. It's not until Volume 2 where things really kick off, but I'll leave that for another day. The writing isn't particularly special, and many of the gags are a bit too silly and out of place, but the overall tone of the book is good, and reading it makes you feel that, yeah, this is what Street Fighter characters would be like outside of the games. It's actually really nice to see them interact with each other, and also to see how close with each other many of these characters have become. It does a far better job with this than Street Fighter V Story Mode. Now, the art of this manga is the main reason anyone should pick this up. Mami Itou's artwork is exquisite. Besides Street Fighter, she's also made mangas based off of Darkstalkers, Red Earth, and Star Gladiator. The way she draws the characters in this particular manga approach Nishimura Kinu's beautiful designs for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo extremely closely, with the line art style emulating the promotional and reference sketches that Nishimura did for that game. Both the men and women of these mangas show off their muscles and Capcom-style proportions, but Mami Itou also injects them with her own personal style, with very detailed eyes, cute facial expression, and I would say effeminate body language. Seeing these muscle giants show off their soft sides add new layers of emotion that you can't really depict in a battle. Speaking of which, Mami Itou's fight scenes are also really good. Characters move a lot and get thrown around all over the place, with heavier attacks always being depicted in bigger panels where you can really feel the impact. Every character has at least one fight, and while I wish there were more, or that some of them were a bit longer, anyone looking for detailed, clear fights in mangas will not be disappointed. This is not one of those books where you will look at a panel for a few minutes until you finally understand what you're even looking at. This is really good stuff. We will be looking at more of Mami Itou's works in the future, as she's one of my favorite video game manga artists. Well, that's it for today. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, do leave them in the comment section below. Until next time!